Okay, we're going to make a screensaver. A screensaver is one of these that used to be used on older computer monitors so they wouldn't burn in the screen, or we can call it a wallpaper. Maybe a wallpaper is a better term for today. Just having a fun wallpaper, and we're going to make it out of our Springville High School Red Devil logo. We're going to be kind of making a fun, powerful, screensaver wallpaper that kind of jumps out at you. So the first thing you want to do is in Photoshop, go to File and New, and make yourself a 10-inch by 7-inch piece of paper or canvas. And this just use 100 resolution is a nice size. It's not printable as much, and it's a little bigger than normal monitor quality. So, and we'll just call this screensaver. Okay. Now we've got a white piece of paper here. Now the first thing we want to do is we want to take our gradient tool. Now the gradient tool is found right here in this location. There's a paint bucket, 3D material, drop tool, but the gradient tool. And up here is where we make our gradients, and they're kind of fun. You can click on these different gradients. You've got tri-colors and multicolors, but we're just going to take a two color here, this red and green. And then to change the colors, you click right on the gradient here and click right on it, and then just come here to change your color. Now I'm okay with red, we want red, but the Springville colors are red and blue, so I'm going to change this color right here, this little color swatch, click on it, and then come down to color. I'll bring up the color picker, and I'm going to pick a nice rich blue, okay, and then okay, and then now we've got a gradient of that color. And so what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to click from top to bottom. So click and drag from top to bottom, which will make a nice red to blue gradient. And the shorter you make this, the less it will do. You could go from side to side, but let's just go straight down because we want to make some fun gradient lines. So, okay. Now the next thing we're going to do is we're going to go to the filter. There's lots of fun filters, but we're going to go to the filter, distort, and we're going to come down here to wave. And you got all these wave coordinates here. You can change all the lines, and you can see it's going to make some lines here by just changing the wavelengths. We'll make a bunch of lines like this, kind of make them tight like this, and then bring it straight over like that, just so we have some nice straight lines. Hit OK, and it makes some nice lines out of this gradient. So it's kind of powerful. It makes your eyes hurt, doesn't it? Okay, the next thing I want to do is we're going to go to Filter, Distort, and we're going to use Polar Coordinates. And this polar coordinates will give us these fun wavy coordinates. And you can bring it where you want, but I'm just going to put it here in the center and hit OK. Fun. So now we've got this twisty, fun, almost hurts to look at colors of blue and red together, but that's going to be kind of powerful. Okay, so now from here you could do some really fun things with this as well. You could go to Filter, Distort, and Twirl, and you can twirl those things, you know, like kind of fun, you know. So it's do Twilight, you know. But I'm just going to go back to Command Z or just back to this. So it's kind of this powerful, you know. And then I'm going to go to File and Open, and I'm going to go to my desktop, and I'm going to bring up our Springville logo here. So let's see, I think I've got it right here. And yeah, the Springville is logo black. Okay, here's the Red Devil logo, the S with the devil inside it. Okay, and then I'm going to take it and just move it on. So I brought this up, and now I've got this by itself already cut out. You can always cut out just about anything. If I want to take like the magic wand and just click straight on it, it'll just grab those pixels and move tool and move it on. I'll just do that. Okay, so it's all cut out nice. Now the size of that, Command T, you can resize it. Holding down Shift constrains it, but you could make that just how I want. I'm just going to make it so it's kind of about right here. Okay, maybe a little bit smaller. Okay, I'm just going to place it right there in the center, pretty much like that, and then check mark. All right. Now the next thing we want to do is we want to do some fun things to this S logo. So to do that, let me just get rid of this here. We're going to go down to the effects. Now the effects are great because they're going to add all types of effects to this. First off, I'm going to make a color overlay. So just click on color overlay. Now any of these layer styles, if you click just on the box, it'll do that layer style. But if you click right on the actual color, like where it says color overlay or right on stroke or right on, it gives you more options. So color overlay, if I click right on it, here's where I can change my color. So I'm going to click here, and I'm going to, instead of try to pick this red up here and guess at it, I can just click out here and you've got a eyedropper to get exactly the red. Okay. The next thing I'm going to do is add a stroke around that of blue. So just click right on the word stroke. Here's the color change. I'm going to pick blue. Okay, and I can make this a little bit bigger. Okay, you can play around with that on the outside, inside, whatever you're feeling. Okay, but I'm just going to do the outside of it. About like that. Okay, and then another style, and put this to the side so you can kind of see more what's going on with your screensaver here. Okay, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add a gradient overlay. You could do a gradient overlay of the whole thing, which might be kind of interesting, but let's not do that. So just turn that back off. I'm going to use a bevel emboss. Now bevel embosses are fun because we can use the depth to make this look kind of three-dimensional and make it kind of pillowy and fun. So inner bevel, outer bevel, okay, smooth or hard chisel. Okay, I kind of like the smooth. We've got all types of different effects here where the shadow is coming from. Okay, I would do that straight up at 90 degrees. The size of it. So now it's kind of looking like this big button to push. We can do it down instead of up, so it's kind of coming out at you, which is kind of fun. And drop shadows are always fun as well too. So click right on drop shadow. Click this. I'm going to pick that blue out here and make that drop shadow about whatever I want to do here with the distance, and again, whatever you're feeling. So it makes it hit OK. So that's kind of a powerful screensaver. Now at the end here, now I can move this wherever I want, and I can still resize it. Command T, hold down Shift to constrain it. Now if you don't hold down Shift, you're going to squish and squash it. But if you hold down Shift, it constrains it. So you can get exactly the size you want. If you want a small one here in the middle, kind of like, looks kind of fun too. And then you can go back to your effects, bevel emboss, and you can change that to make it for the smaller effect of the smaller logo I made or something, Okay, and then when you're finished or you like it, you go ahead and go to Layer at the top, Flatten Image. Okay, so it flattens it all down to one layer. File, Save As, and I'm going to save that as a JPEG, JPEG, so it's a photo quality. Okay, or you might want to save it as a PNG, which is a graphic. Okay, so I'm going to save this one as a JPEG, and I'm going to call it SHS Fun Screensaver, and I place that on my desktop so I know where it's at. Save, and best quality, yes, for JPEG I always like to go to best quality, and it's saved. And so if I want to add that to my background on my desktop, I can do it. It's a fun screensaver, a wallpaper. Have fun making screensavers.